Hi guys, welcome back to Bible Journaling for Beginners, and today we're talking about colored pencils. There are so many different types of colored pencils for you to consider, and so I'm just going to show you a few of the ones that I have, and hopefully this will help you decide on which ones you'd like to get. Now, there are, again, many different kinds. I have some softcore regular ones, I have twistable ones, I have watercolor ones to share with you today, and I will go ahead and use the Inspire Bible. Lamentations is the one I'm going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate these different pencils in this Bible. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to share with you is you have, again, the different types. So Prismacolor is a soft core pencil. It's really great for blending. Then I have an Artist Loft generic pack that I got from Michaels on sale during Christmas. I haven't used these at all yet because I primarily love to use these, but I will demonstrate these, and this is just a, you know, a nice quality pencil, but you could get other ones too and try them out. I'm sure Crayola has a great one. I just don't have one to demonstrate. And then I have the Twistables. I have all the Crayola Twistables. And the Twistables are great because you can, I actually bring these to church whenever I Bible journaling during church. And you can see that I can just twist the bottom, which will bring up the lead, so I don't have to worry about bringing a pencil sharpener. Then I have watercolor Twistables, and these are from Marvy. I have watercolor generic pencils that I got off of Amazon that I'll demonstrate. And then I have the Derwent Inktense pencils that I will also demonstrate. Alright, let's go ahead and start with my favorites. So let's start with the Prismacolor pencils. You'll see me almost in all my videos use the Prismacolor. Now I'm using an Illustrated Faith Bible Journaling mat to protect this page, because if I press too hard, it will go through, it will leave an emboss look here. So when I try to color this, if I have, you know, pencil markings from here, they'll just transfer here almost like embossing, and so you definitely need to have some kind of Bible mat. So I'm using, again, the Illustrated Faith one, but you can use one that you've made yourself, or you can use basically anything that's a stable surface. Now let's go ahead and try the Prismacolor, and I want to use the same color so that I can compare between the different ones. So with the Prismacolor, let's pick red. I like red the most. I use red all the time. And I'm going to use this one, which is a crimson red, and I want to use this one here, which is a Rogue Carmine color, so that I can, you know, maybe blend them together for you. So I'm going to start with a light shading here. And I'm not pressing hard at all. That's what I love about these Prismacolor pencils, is you don't have to press hard to get the color to go down. There's really nice pigment in here, and it just transfers very nicely onto your Bible. So I just colored the word restore here. And now I'm going to come in with a darker red and just outline it a little bit. So you can see that color come in nicely. And there we go. Now I might come in then and take this lighter shade and then kind of blend it in, maybe some spots here and there. Maybe if I want different spots to look different, I'll come in, and it blends really nicely. And that's the benefit of having the Prismacolor pencils, is that they just blend real nicely together and just kind of create a nice, there's no harsh lines here. It just, you know, they color smooth, and it goes next to the it just overlays and blends together. So here we go. Okay, that's Prismacolor, and I have a really beautiful word restore. The next one I'm going to use is the Artist Loft one, and I'm going to grab this red one, which is dark orange. Oops. red. So good, I have red. And cherry red. Okay. So no dark orange. Put that back. Okay. So now, let's do the word us in this lighter red. And this is nice. It's going on really nice. Now it's not going on as dark as the Prismacolor ones. It definitely is taking me a few more strokes to get color to lay down nicely. So you can definitely see a difference in the quality between, you know, the Prismacolor, which are more expensive, and the Michaels brand, which is the Artist Lofts. And, you know, a lot of times you get what you pay for, but you need to, you know, be very cautious of your budget, what you can, you know, spend, and so you may or may not decide to buy nice pencils right now and just start off with a little less expensive ones. I have multiple ones because I journal all the time, and so I get my family, when they ask me what I want for Christmas, I always say art supplies. So let's go ahead and try the next ones, which are the Crayola Twistables. Okay, and these don't have a color on them, so I'm just guessing light red, dark red, maybe. The problem that I have with the Twistables is that there's no, it's not a sharp point. So in order to get this sharp, I have to buy another pencil sharpener that's specific for smaller lead, and I don't have that right now, so, and I'm not going to buy it right now. So you just have to know that whenever you're working with the Twistables, any of the Twistables, you're gonna, the pencil lead isn't as sharp coming out of the pencil, so I tend not to be as accurate with the Twistables. But the color comes on really nice, and Crayola makes a really great product, especially for Bible journaling. I really like these. I carry these with me to church all the time because I don't need a pencil sharpener, and it's just nice to have when I'm traveling. Let's look at how they blend. Now the Crayola one is also a waxy Crayola pencil, so it's not as soft. It's definitely a different material than the Prismacolor. Okay, but they're also significantly cheaper. So that's the Crayola, and it looks really great, so I like it. The next one I want to show you is we're going to start going into watercoloring, and I want to just compare the Twistables to the Twistables, so I'm going to go ahead and use the red out of the Marby pack here. And let's see, it's not really fair if I do this one with that because this one's such a bigger letter, so I'll just do this one. The reason why I said that is because if I try to come in here with this thinner letter with this fat tip, I know I'm going to make a big mess. So this is a watercolor, so I'm just going to lay it on a little bit. Alright, and so if you're just going to lay it on without using any water, it goes on pretty nice. It's a little bit harder. I'm having to push a little bit harder than I was with the crayon, the Crayola. So while I do have to press a little bit harder, it's still going on nicely. So I can definitely see these working, you know, down the line. Like I just think these are nice. And I'm trying to blend them, and they're doing okay, but again, they're watercolor, so they'll blend better when I put some water down. Okay, the downside to some of these Twistables is sometimes as you push it, sometimes this will turn, and then you'll have to keep pushing, you keep turning it to get the lead to come out. So I've experienced that with many brands. I haven't experienced that with Marby yet, but I have experienced it with the Crayola, and I just wanted you to know that sometimes if you're pushing, the lead will go back in, and it's annoying. So that is the Marby, but let me show you what, you know, a little bit different about the watercolor. The point of the watercolor is to come in with a little bit of water, and you can make whatever you're coloring a little bit softer. And so I'm just going to touch it with just a little bit of water, and you're going to start to see things blend through. Now remember, I have not prepped this page, so I haven't put any gesso down, and you guys aren't familiar with gesso yet, but you will in a future advanced technique course. But today I'm just showing you that you can color in your Bible. So had I prepped this page, I wouldn't have to worry about anything coming through on the side, and actually nothing did, so good for us. Yay, we didn't need to prep it. And usually when it comes to coloring pencil, you don't have to prep it. Alright, so that's kind of the watercoloring effect. Now, what's great about watercoloring is, you know, if you really can just, you know, sort of bring out the colors. You know, it doesn't have to be like I was trying to be all nice and neat over there, but you can really just, you know, swipe them down and make a nice little coloring watercolor background if you want. You can see me just kind of extend that color out. And the watercolors just move with water, obviously, because they're watercolors. So you can just extend that out if you want to and create a nice effect. I like it. Alright, so I showed you the Marvy and the Crayola. Now let's look at the generic watercolor pencils. So the generic watercoloring pencils I just got from Amazon. And when it comes to watercolor, everything's just water soluble. So that's the whole point of it. So when you hit it with water, it's going to dissolve, and you'll be able to move it. And there are some beautiful, beautiful Bible journaling entries that I have seen with watercolor. So this might be your medium to play with and work with if you like it. Okay, so I put down that color. Let me come in a little bit with this different color and just see how it blends. Yeah, it's nice. It goes nice. It goes down nice. Not too bad. You know, for a generic watercolor pencil, you know, it does a fine job. Okay, but let's see how it holds up to water. That's the whole point of a watercolor pencil. So I'm going to come in with my water. Just a little bit. You don't want to soak your Bible page. So I'm going to come in and see if that brightens up the letters at all. And it looks like it does. So it does a fine job of watercoloring. So, you know, and then if I wanted just to add a splash of color, there we go. So that's what that one does. Nice. Looks good. I don't mind it. It's nice for especially the price. So that's a watercolor pencil. Alright, lastly is the Derwent Inktense. Now this one is an amazing water soluble pencil, because what it does is it basically it turns the pencil into ink. So once it's down and the water hits it, it's over. Like, you're not going to be able to get it up. Whereas I could probably take an eraser and try to erase this all day long. But once I hit this with water, and you don't need a lot of coloring to get a nice color. So you can see I'm not really laying it down. I'm just slightly taking the red to it. So you don't need a lot. So that just means these pencils are going to last forever. I love these. They do work really nice, but once you put them down, like, they are down. So you can kind of see, if I had a thinner paintbrush, it would probably look nicer, but you can definitely see it starting to turn into ink. So you're getting that really vibrant red color come out. And again, you saw how light I was with my hand and how light I am with this brush. So you're able to see a really bright, vibrant red. Okay. So that's the Derwent Inktense. And it looks really great. So depending on which one you like is the one that you're going to choose. I mean, do you want convenience and, you know, portability? Well, you know, the Twistables, if you don't ever want to have to worry about having a pencil sharpener around, then Twistables are great. If you like to do a lot of watercoloring and you want a nice watercolor effect, then you want to pick the watercolor pencil that's either the generic or you know, the Derwent, which I really, really love and recommend. Or you might want to choose the Marvy if you like the portability of having the twistables. Then lastly, if you just prefer to have nice blending and shading, then you want to probably buy the Prismacolor Premier. And these are my favorite. I highly recommend these to everybody when it comes, if you can afford it, or if someone's willing to maybe, you know, purchase it for you for a gift. Man, these are my favorite of all of my pencils. So guys, I hope that this video was really, really helpful for you and that you're able to see the different types of pencils that you can choose, and I will link up to all of these in the notes, and you'll be able to have those as well. Alright guys, thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.